David, do you stay with the same 22 after back-to-back wins?
Yeah, winning form is good form. So we had a couple of good performances in the waffle with Tucker and a couple of younger guys, but we're probably likely to go with a similar squad.
Is it Taylor Newman as a likely just travelling emergency?
A couple of guys will travel with us. We haven't fully finalised it yet, but as it comes out this afternoon, it's likely that he'll be in the party travelling at least.
What's impressed you about him in the waffle so far?
Yeah, he's been he's sort of that hybrid defender. He's got good height about him and really good closing speed. He's played consistently for the last 3 or 4 weeks, so we're really impressed with his development, and as is evident in him being in emergencies, around the mark.
How do you manage your younger players, given that a couple of them are now 3 games in and the grind can get to them a little bit?
Yeah, AFL's a tough environment, mate. Trying to get through a whole year as a seasoned veteran is hard. So for those younger guys, managing them through the week with our T1 and T2 sessions is always a battle, but they bring that youthful exuberance. So hopefully they can keep backing up and performing like they have been the last couple of weeks.
So Ross indicated on Channel 7 earlier in the week that management during the week would be the way you would go at the start and sort of see if you can get them through that way? Yeah,
definitely. Obviously the way we can train during the week, as the season gets in longer and a bit more of a grind, those sessions become lighter and lighter, and obviously recovery becomes a focus. And at this stage those guys are getting through well. Obviously you get into the winter months in June, July, when you're into around 15 and 16 it becomes a little bit harder, but those guys are really enjoying it at the moment, and we're happy to have them at this stage playing the way they are.
How important is it against GWS to manage the inside battle given their outside running power?
Yeah, it's going to be a really good battle. Obviously their midfield is very strong, but we think it's a strength of ours as well. If we can win that battle, obviously with Aaron in the ruck as well, if we can get it down to our mids and get it going forward, our forward line pressure has been really strong going forward. So like you said, if we can limit those outside runners in Kelly and Whitfield and those guys on the outside, delivering it to those big forwards, we give ourselves a good chance.
Was there any consideration given to sitting Aaron down for this one, given to a longish flight?
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, Aaron, we're trying to get him through the year, and the unlucky timing of Sean's injury as well didn't help. But Aaron's, around 4, he's still feeling pretty well, and he had a really good pre-season. So hopefully he'll be able to get through as well.
So he's not sore at all, Aaron?
No, Aaron's going well. He's obviously his age, he can feel the knocks a little bit more, but he's trained during the week. He trained again today, so he's feeling good to go.
Do you take some heart from the way you were able to manage them pretty well at Spotless last year, David? You were in that game until well into the last quarter.
Yeah, definitely. We took a lot out of that game last year. Obviously, the ability to limit those guys on the inside. I think we were in front going to the last quarter, and then Sheila and those guys got a good of a run on and kicked a few goals out of the middle. So their impact is always going to be telling, and they're going to come at some point with momentum. So hopefully we can keep on top and keep the momentum going our way. You've
played Bailey Banfield as a high forward and as a tagger twice. Which role is he likely to get on Saturday?
Yeah, he's been very effective as a tagger, so we haven't finally nutted out who he'll likely go to. He's done a really good role obviously on Hale last week and Merritt the week before, and he's enjoying that challenge of playing against the really good players, and they've got quite a few he could go to, so we'll sort that out the next couple of days.
Yeah, it's a list of about 8.
There is. When you've got a list with the depth that they have, there's a few you could try and knock off.
Who's the most damaging out of those players that you would like to shut down?
Quite a few. We can't tag them all. Obviously Kelly and Sheil and the guys that got inside, and Whitfield obviously a halfback as well. But as you said, and Toby Green's coming in as well, so they've got quite a few you could try and target.
I was going to ask you about Whitfield, like the runner off halfback. That would be tempting to send Bailey to a guy like that, wouldn't it?
Yeah, Bailey did it. Obviously a good role. Hall was a little bit more outside last week, and Merritt obviously a little bit more inside the week before. The good thing about Bailey is he's actually a ball hunter himself, so playing on those guys and those guys taking him to the ball is something that is helping for us as well, and his ability to limit those guys has been really good. So yeah, we'll decide who he goes to the next couple of days.
David, can I ask you about the Opera Stadium signage? Are you happy that there has been some temporary measures being put in place?
I'm not. Has there been?
Yeah, today. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, obviously if people are getting injured going and playing footy, that's not what you want. Obviously you're on the ground, you want to feel safe. So I'm sure whatever measures they're put in place will limit that going forward.
It's a temporary sort of covering blanket over the LED, so it's not long-term permanent. Should it be permanent, or is it a temporary plan at the moment? Okay.
I'm sure the stadium will work through what's best for the players' safety. That'll be the key thing going forward, and whatever measure they come up with, I'm sure in the future it won't be an incident.
So do you think that the boundary line, there is enough room?
Yeah, I think it's got enough for him as it is. Obviously, a couple of those guys were pushed as well, so it makes it a little bit more dangerous. But I'm sure the stadium will figure it out going forward.
What was your reaction to those? I mean, 2 in a matter of 15 minutes.
I didn't actually see it. Obviously, saw the reports afterwards. Yeah, as a player, obviously, when you're on the field, you want to feel safe and just go about playing your footy. So I'm sure it was a bit of a shock to those guys, but yeah, you only learn from your mistakes. So I'm sure going forward, there won't be an incident.
Cameron or Patton for Alex Pearce, Dave?
Yeah, as you get a couple of good forwards, mate. They got a pretty strong team. They're both different players. Patton's that more stand and deliver forward, and Cameron sort of gets up the ground playing some good footy again. Alex he'll sit on one of them. It just depends which one we want to try and limit the most.
He's one of the great things about Alex, the fact that they're very different, but you feel pretty comfortable playing him on either of them because of his mobility.
Yeah, definitely. Alex has got a really good tank, which is evident last week. Lynch is a forward who gets up the ground and then gets back, and I think at his size, Alex is nearly 2 metres tall and 100 kilos. So, but he's really got the speed to close on those blokes as well. So he's been a really welcome addition to our squad, and hopefully continue in the form he's in.
If you were to send Alex to Cameron, you're confident that someone like Joel Hamling would have the ability to hold his ground against Patton in a one-on-one?
Yeah, last year when we played out there at Spotless, I'm pretty sure Joel went to Patton. So we got confidence in Joel, whether it's Michael Johnson. We've got the 3 talls down there. And obviously the ability of the other smalls to roll off, Luke Ryan, Connor Blackley's had a really good run, and Stephen Hill back at half-back as well. We're confident in the continuity we've had in that back 6 for the first 3 weeks, and we think those guys can hopefully do the job again.